We're live. Hi guys, we're live. Thanks so much for coming on CBN Live. Don't forget to come to the Bitcoin and Blockchain Fair. It's going to be an amazing journey. And yesterday was heaps of people here, and we actually spoke to the top guys in this industry, Coinstop. We find out what Coinstop means, and there's a good name behind it, right? It's a good reason behind it. So today we're going to actually speak to Tim and Chris. Now, just to share with our viewers again, Coinstop, what is it?
So Coinstop is an authorized reseller of both the Ledger, Trezor and KeepKey hardware wallet devices. So if you're familiar with cryptocurrencies and you own cryptocurrencies, you generally have a wallet of some description. Often it's online or through an exchange or something like that. And as we've seen in the past, that these wallets are vulnerable to attacks. So, hundreds of millions of dollars has been lost through people storing their cryptos on these online places, where, unfortunately, there are people out there that want to steal that off you. So what Coinstop does is we provide you with hardware wallets such as this one, the Trezor, and the Ledger Nano S, which is by far one of the most popular devices on the market available today. And what these do is these isolate your what's known as the private key offline. So requires you to sort of know the PIN and all that sort of stuff. It's fully encrypted, and it just sort of takes the hassle out of security, because in this industry what we're doing is we're removing the third parties, the middlemen. There's no banks. You are your own bank in this space. So that means you need to look after your own security. So these devices make it super easy for people to do so.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing what Coinstop does. I think it's going to be the one-stop place for everyone in terms of security. So let's go back to security, Tim. How important is it in this industry that security plays an important role?
It's crucial. Like you heard of crypto, like billions of dollars have been taken through cryptocurrency. Because people have given the responsibility of security to other companies. And that's not what we're about. We want people to take that ownership to themselves, so they can be responsible and in control of their own finances for once. Because we've seen over the last 100 years, we've given the power to other people to look after our money, and they've screwed around with it. We saw the financial crash in 2009, which led to stuff like this. So that's why we're here. We're here to help.
Thanks so much, Tim. Okay, Chris, we have the difference between the cold storage and the warm storage, right? Because a lot of viewers want to know what's the difference, because this is known as the
cold storage device. Yeah.
Right, so go ahead and share what's the difference.
So the two terms are a hot wallet versus cold wallet. So a hot wallet is, as it sounds, it's hot. It's exposed to tax.
Exposed.
It's on the internet. It's generally connected to, say, a phone or a website or an exchange where other people from different places in the world can attack it. It's not isolated. Whereas these devices, which is known as cold storage devices, what they do is they create what's known as the private key, and this is the most important thing when it comes to storage of cryptocurrencies. Private key. So what this does is it creates your private key on the device. So this is a device that's isolated. It's not connected to the internet. So even if I plugged it into my computer, no one can read what's inside this. Whereas if I have a phone, which I download an application, which is often very popular and user-friendly because I can spend money very easy, but phones are very vulnerable. These have viruses, malware, key logging software. People can be accessing this remotely from other places in the world, and if they can access your phone, they can access your wallets. So if it's not your keys, it's not your coins, as we often say. So it's really crucial that you understand that concept.
A lot of viewers understand completely what that means now, because you share this wider information to our viewers, and it has a lot of understanding behind it. The reason behind it is that this is better, 10 times better or more?
It is. I mean, no one, from my understanding, has ever lost any cryptos from an external hacker through these devices. Now, of course, you can make your own mistakes by sending it to the wrong person, and we still try to educate people how to use these devices correctly. But yeah, no one has ever lost any money from someone attacking this and stealing it. Whereas I can't say the same about online exchanges, and we know for a fact, and we've seen it, hundreds of millions of dollars have been stolen.
Okay, now Tim, you've got a couple here. Tim, which one? How many products you've got here, and which one would you? There's different one. Which one are they marketed to, or which one should they get?
So we've got 4 here.
Yeah.
We've got the Legend Nano S, which is by far the most popular device.
Popular one, yep.
It's currently got the most cryptocurrency compatibilities on it, so people are quick to use that one.
It's also the cheapest, so it's a good entry point. It's definitely the most popular on the market because it's cheap and it does have robust security.
Okay, this one's cheap and it's the best one. So if you look for cheap, this is it.
We've got the Keep Key. So this is recently, well, not so recently come out, but recently they've updated their software to be more focused on ERC20 coins.
Oh, yeah.
So currently with these other devices, you need to download third-party software like My Other Wallet to be able to access your ERC20 tokens. But this actually has a native interface to use them on board the app.
So I'd say that's really good to people who potentially might be investing in ICOs, which is a very popular thing at the moment in our space, is that you have native storage to those tokens on a hardware wallet.
Okay, what else you got?
We've got the 2 Trezors.
2 Trezors, okay.
The Trezor 1 and the Trezor T. And what these are the original hardware wallet. They've been around for quite a while from some really OG Bitcoin people.
Yep.
And these guys are just very robust, very reliable. We've had very few issues with them. The Trezor T has been released in the last month.
So this is the the latest technology when it comes to hardware wallets is this one, and we were lucky enough to be one of the first people to be able to stock that in Australia.
Yep.
So if you're one of those people that likes the latest stuff with the super latest tech, this would be the one for you. It also comes with a touch screen and an option to put in an SD card for further security as well.
Okay, so you have a couple of these. Now, if the viewers want to buy it and they're going to buy it from you, there's some sort of special happening at the moment?
Yeah, we're actually doing an end of financial year sale on our website. So if you head to coinstop.io, you'll see all our hardware wallets are on sale at the moment. I think you can save upwards of about 40%. And you can also come down to the Bitcoin and Blockchain Fair today. We have a full range of stock here if you want to purchase today. But yeah, our shipping is super fast. So if you're in Australia, it's free shipping. And it's generally 1 to 2 business days, but we'll also ship anywhere in the world. So if you're in Singapore, you're in China, you're in North America, you're in Europe, no worries, we can ship there as well. Okay,
congratulations guys. So if you want to get it now, don't forget to go to coinspot.io and get it there. Now, before we go, you have presence in here in Melbourne, Australia?
We do.
Yeah. How important is it to have a lot of company in Australia, especially the crypto industry?
It's been very important for us. I'd say we only got to where we are today because of the other businesses in the space. Teaming up with the Blockchain Center, teaming up with them has given us a great platform to be able to get in touch with other businesses as well, and to really expand our footprint.
Yeah, what about you?
I think it's just, like Tim said, it's very crucial in this early stage of this industry because things are still, everyone's learning, everyone's still figuring out what is possible, that it's super important that we collaborate. That's the spirit of this technology, is open source. No one's hiding what they're doing. We're not like a private entity where we have our technology and we hide it. It's all about showing that we're being truthful. These are our products. If you think that they're not right, you can actually test them. You can go into the code and have a look to see if there's anything bad happening, and there isn't, because no one's been able to find that. So it's super important to focus right now around education, because it's so new and people don't understand it. People want to know about it, but they're scared because they hear about these hacks and attacks and vulnerabilities. Is that Coinstop is there to educate people about the best way to go about these things.
That's quite agree. I think it's about education, about getting exposure out there to those that are needed most, especially mum and dads that are really want to get into it. They need to get more education.
You need to feel confident, right? You want people to feel confident that they can join us in this community and not be taken advantage of.
And you can work with us as partners. We can actually give a lot of exposure, a lot of education out to our viewers with 50 million views on our channel. All right, so security is important for you guys, and this is the place where a lot of viewers and people that are watching this wants to get this automating product. How important is it, or where do you see the security is gonna in the next 2 years or so? Where do you see it's going to be at? a lot better, a lot tougher, or?
I mean, it'll keep evolving. It's
yep.
just like smartphones, for instance. In the 90s, smartphones were very raw. They could make phone calls, they could send text messages, and then you see the evolution of smartphones change, where now you can access the internet, you can order an Uber, you can get some pizza delivered to your house.
You can send cryptocurrency.
Yeah. You can send cryptocurrency. So I think we'll see a lot of that sort of stuff take place as people start to take on their own responsibility, like Tim said earlier, is that we're not relying on a bank in this instance to store our funds. We are our own bank, which means you need to make sure security is top notch, because you will be hacked if you don't. It's only a matter of time. So if you don't have the right practices put in place, you're vulnerable.
Okay, thanks so much for being on the show today and sharing this amazing information about security and how important to have the cold storage in place, even more safer and much better to keep yourself safe. So we hope to catch up with you guys again next time. Thanks so much for
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Chris.
Thanks.
And don't forget to visit the guys at Coinstop and the Blockchain Center. It's where they're going to be at if you want to see them face to face. And go there and thanks so much. All right, guys, we're going to see some more people and also share some more amazing journey in the crypto world. Thanks for watching us at CBN Live. Bye for now. Bye.